It feels good. It feels good to finally be back at Pantheon 5. I know I fumbled like slightly hard last time, but it's okay. It's all right. I just got vaccinated, and immediately I can feel my legs giving in, which I don't know the scientific term behind that, but I call bullshit. Because I got fucking vaccinated in my arm. How the fuck did it travel down my leg so fast and only, like, cramp up my legs? I don't fucking know. Anyway, I'm here, I'm good. Just cracked open a monster to, you know, compensate, not really compensate, to congratulate myself for finally remembering something. Because I don't actually know the timeline, but I am convinced that if I did not do anything today about this vaccination, it was like a revaccination for, I don't really know what it does, but fucking hepatitis A and B, like, combination. I don't really know what it does, but I guess if I weren't to take the opportunity today, I guess there's a good chance I would have just completely forgotten it, and yeah, there goes like my plan of being covered for the next like 40 years / lifetime. Not that 40 years is the rest of my lifetime, but you know, the fucking A plus B, one of them is 40 years, one of them is lifetime, you know, some shit like that. Anyway. Yeah, I don't actually know. It's a bit goofy because I have changed my my insurance company because there was some goofy shit. I just realized I never really used my insurance for like fucking anything. So I might just up and whippity whoop that and just like pay up whenever shit happens. I don't know. My parents say that's a bad idea. I cannot really see why that's a bad idea. I guess it's just a balancing scale of like how, you know, how risking are you willing to like make everything in your life, I guess. Because if our entire apartment were to just like fucking burn down one day, spontaneously combust, as apartments tend to do, we would be fucked. We would have no one to fucking, like, we would have nothing to cover us. But then again, what is the situation where our fucking entire apartment spontaneously combusts? Like, we had our stove cracked, like, a couple of weeks ago, and I mean, I completely forgot that we fucking, that it was covered by my insurance, but then again, we kinda just didn't really pay. I'm pretty sure we haven't paid yet still for that, and it's like a month ago or something. So, like, what's the deal with that? I hope he just forgot, so we can never, you know, just turn a blind eye to that. Call it a little favor for being a pretty shitty landlord. He's pretty good. I don't hate him. He's just taking like forever to respond, and you know, not that we are the types that need everything fixed in our apartment immediately. Because I mean, for example, right now we have a freezer door that is just like not attached to the freezer whatsoever, so you have to open the door twice essentially, and you know, it's not a problem. The freezer still works. It still looks fine from the outside. But essentially we don't need it fixed, but I mean, I guess it would be nice. It's the same with our bathroom, like, you know, mirror lights, because we have a mirror, we have lights in our mirror, that has been broken for like, it's been broken for longer than it hasn't been broken. Let's just say it like that. Let's just put it like that. It is, oh my god, this fucking, it might just be a one-off thing. My controller's not doing what I want it to. It's not responding fast enough to my epic gamer moves. Might just be a Gorb curse. I hate Gorb. Anywho, what I'm trying to get at is that my insurance, because it's being changed, I don't know if it covers, like, traveling vaccinations, because that's it. At the end of the day, that's what it is. And it was, like, not the cheapest thing ever. Converted is about 150 bucks USD. Rough conversion. It's not the cheapest thing ever. And you know, if I were to just have stayed with my last insurance company, I would have gotten it like 75% off. I'm pretty sure, because it's 50% off, just for like, I don't know, either 50 or 25% for just like being with that insurance company, and then an extra 50/25% for being in the age group of 18 to 25. So that's pretty neat. I love that about them, but you know, something about my the fucking apartment insurance didn't add up. You know, being that I have roommates and all, it didn't really work out for them. So me and my dad decided to well, I decided to call up my dad, and he decided for me, because I'm still a little I was about to say I'm his little baby girl. That is not a good thing to say. But essentially, we decided to switch, and I sometimes am having trouble like remembering why, because it's not always the most logical decision. But I mean, I guess that's insurance for you. Wow, this is incredibly boring. I'm just talking about insurance. Why are you still here? But yeah, I ended up paying the full fucking price of that, so that kind of sucks. So unless my now insurance magically comes in and covers it for me, because I was too socially awkward to, I don't know, it's just, in here, our little tiny Denmark, we are, like, basically the default insurance, like, that everybody has. They asked me if I had that, and I said no, not anymore, because I don't have it anymore. I used to when I got the first fucking vaccination, but this was a follow-up vaccination. So how does that work? Apparently just 2 separate vaccinations, so I get, yeah, that makes sense, sure. But also, like, you know, they didn't ask if I had any other insurance. Like, does other insurance just not count this vaccination by default? Like, is that not a thing? I don't know. I was too socially awkward to ask, and even though I had plenty opportunity to, they were really nice people. They were just like, you know, you could feel them in that, like, you know, not really wanting to work, so they made work into just like social hangout. But like, it was between like a 50-something-year-old woman and a, I want to say 20-something girl who had her little sister or something with her, just like sitting there behind the desk with her. I don't know, like, take your sister to work day, but it, like, I don't fucking know. I don't know what the deal is, but it was pretty cool. It felt kind of weirdly like home. I don't know how else to explain it. Am I losing to Oro and Mato? This sucks. Anyway, so yeah, that fucking happened. I guess that is like the only thing I have to report. So yeah, I guess I can die to Oro and Mato. Nothing has fucking happened today. I went to work, and then I went home and took a power nap, and then got this fucking vaccination. I don't know, I didn't really do much work today, I gotta be honest. Because I am just like, you know, basically here throughout the summer where nothing is really happening. I'm at a fucking, like, what do you call it, washing facility, fucking washing clothes and shit. We are, like, rolling up mattresses that got, like, carpets and stuff that are clean and need rolling together and packing, and, you know, that's essentially what we do. Real exciting work, right? But, you know, seeing as it is summer holiday and I I suspect that most of these specific carpets are from like children's playgrounds and stuff, but children are on vacation right now. We didn't really have much to do. So like I want to say like half the time I was there, maybe not, maybe like a little less than half the time. So like 4 out of the 8 hours we just kind of sat there and stared awkwardly at each other. I'm finally getting brave enough to just sit down and whip up my phone and just do whatever the fuck. I've been finding an app on the fucking, because my latest manga reading app just kind of stopped working. Tachi Yomi. It's basically just like you can create your own library from other libraries, right? But it stopped working, and I just kind of haven't figured out the new one. But the new version that you have to fucking Google on Reddit and find out is called Mihong, and it is essentially the exact fucking same. It has the exact same layout. I'm convinced it's made by the same guys as well. But the extensions are like way different, and I cannot find like I cannot really figure out what extension to use. But I finally figured out what extension to use, and it is Weeb Central. I'm pretty sure. I might just be lying to you. I went through a lot, but mainly because I wanted just something to read while mindlessly like kind of keeping an eye out for the guys in charge, like not seeing me on my phone constantly. They've seen me on my phone constantly, but not too constantly. I would rather not, I don't know, it doesn't make a difference. I'm fucking not quitting. I'm leaving in 2 weeks anyway. It's not like it's making a big difference. I even got, offered today, kinda, I guess, to just continue working there. So I guess we'll see how that pans out, because I guess I do need some work for the next like year or so. But I do have other things that I would like to look at before, making quote-unquote the big decision. Even though it is a cool place, like I showed up to work yesterday, and there were a couple of people. I don't usually talk to a lot of fucking folks there, but the folks there are pretty socially awkward, also, so that doesn't help. But some of them were actually genuinely fucking like. I don't want to say excited, that's a pretty big word, but to see me, just in general, because I've been gone for a week, and I came back, and, fucking, I don't know, I feel like the alpha in a high school movie, like, people were high-fiving me left and right, and that is, not exaggerated whatsoever. So, yeah, I might be considering that, but, like, mainly just for the money, just because, fucking rolling carpets and sorting them is not really, like, it's not what, fucking keeps me going. It's not what floats my boat, So, like, I don't really know what to do. I don't know where I wanted to go with this. I guess, the manga I ended up settling on, because I did end up setting up, the Mihon app fully. So the one I ended up settling on and reading like fucking half a chapter of is Boruto, the next generation. Just because I don't know, I need something to do. It's mindless enough, I guess. And I don't have to take it too seriously, because I already have formed my very educated opinion on it being kinda ass. I've watched, like, I wanna say 10-15 episodes of Boruto, like the anime, but it has almost already surpassed that in the first, like, half a chapter, which is crazy. It sets it into perspective how much filler there is in Boruto, and, like, people say, oh, you need to watch the filler, it's great context for like getting to know the characters. I already know the characters. It's just the same characters from Naruto, but like reskinned. Like, oh, except instead of a fat guy, it's a fat girl who's the fat guy's daughter. Oh, instead of the lazy smart guy, it is the son of the lazy smart guy, who is also a lazy smart guy. Like, they're the exact same characters with, you know, very, very few exceptions. So I don't need to fucking do that. I did not need to do that, but I guess I did it anyway. So that is what I'm gonna be doing whenever I have absolutely nothing to do at work now. It's just read Boruto. So yeah, that's great. That's pretty poggers. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. I always kind of hope in the back of my I pray and hope that I get like. I just get to go home early, and you know, kind of cheat them out of the hours that they give me. But you know, I ended up not doing so today. We just kind of sat there, even though I could have gone home. But I don't have the balls to say like, yeah, guys, I'm going home now. I guess I did yesterday, but I didn't really say to anyone that I was going home. That's I guess something I can talk about. The fucking. The guy in charge, who I don't really know, he's just in charge by default because another guy who is supposedly in charge is on holiday, so I guess this new guy is in charge of us. He went over to me, and you know, over to us essentially, and saw that we had absolutely nothing to do, like a couple different times, and you know, jokingly said, something about going home, I don't really know, and then came back like, you know, fucking like 20 minutes later or something, when none of my colleagues really fucking upped their asses and did anything. He came over to us, like, walked around, said like a few words to us each, me included, but I did not hear what he said. He kind of just, you know, fucking, I don't know, fucking clapped me on the shoulder and, you know, said some sort of greeting from what I can hear from the tone, and I saw that as an opportunity to just fuck home. But I didn't end up doing so for like half an hour because I was so ultra paranoid that I would either look stupid by like going out there and, you know, fucking, you know, all bag in hand, all changed from my work clothes to my, I don't know, civilian clothes, I guess. And them saying, "Oh no, you're not going home, you little maggot. Come back and work." Or I would go back in my work clothes because I have work clothes that I borrow from there. So I would go back in my work clothes, and no one would be there, or like, you know, the evening shift guys would be there and kind of just stare at me kind of weirdly, and you know, after a while they would, because they are also incredibly socially awkward, they would finally muster up the courage to down talk me and say, fucking go home, what are you doing? Also, I should probably mention that my, like, none of the coworkers, literally no one of them, that I'm working with, at least, they don't talk they don't talk the talk, they don't speak the language that fluently. So it's kind of like a guessing game each time I have to talk with them. They can talk English, like, kinda fine, with a heavy accent from wherever they're from. They can talk, some of them can talk Danish, like, kinda fine, with a even heavier accent from where they're from. And then, you know, they can all talk some fluently fucking Congo Bongo fucking ass language. That sounded really racist, but I don't know, I don't actually know where they're from, and I feel like it's kind of too late to ask. I also don't really know their names. Not that I think I would remember them anyway. There is one guy named fucking Tomal, I'm pretty sure. He is a guy I met just this week. He's been on vacation for the other weeks I've been there. I don't fucking know where he's from, but you know, because we introduced ourselves, you know, of course, on day 2, like several hours into the shift, we introduced ourselves, and yeah, now I know one guy's name. Great, fucking awesome. So yeah, I don't know. That's the kind of workplace spirit I'm looking for, indeed. That's also kind of why I don't know if I really want to work there, like, permanently, or, I don't know, somewhat permanently. Because, yeah, it is, like, a cool place. It's, like, it's chill. It feels like, I guess just by default, because I've been there for so long. I lost to fucking Galleon, brother. I am fumbling. Jesus, I didn't even... Yeah, I guess I did notice that I was on 1 heart, but goddamn. I did nothing about it. I actively noticed it and did nothing about it. Well, I guess I'll just go throw myself from a 6-story building. See you tomorrow, gang.